Take one.
Good evening. The political mass of India has failed to meet the aspirations of India's youth. Before starting this piece, I went through 784 quotations from different people on why one should aspire or dream, from the likes of people like Henry Thoreau, Virginia Woolf, and the also gorgeous Marilyn Monroe. Do you know how many inspired me to aspire? None. So there are two parts to this question. Are our aspirations actually not being met? And if yes, is the political class has failed to do it? So what are our aspirations? Simply put, financial, to have the money to do what you want to do. Unfortunately, is that happening? I am sure the youth will say no. From 2000 to 2013, there has been a 45% increase in the devaluation of the rupee against the dollar. Now, we have been earning more, but have we been earning better to combat all our aspirations and the price rise? Definitely not. And when we go out to different countries to earn in a better currency and fulfill our aspirations, we are part of the brain drain. Fair? I don't think so. For the shortage of time, let's talk about the other aspirations which we have, which is security, which is socio-political and demographic. In the sense, I want both internal and external security. However, from Kargil to the parliament attacks, to the number of rape attempts, to molestations, to the number of increase in terrorist activity, all these activities which have moved towards a simple conclusion that we have become incredulous to what happens. We are not at all empathetic. As a matter of fact, the situation of the security in the country is apathetic. Having said that, this just becomes a piece of news right from the front paper, and then it just becomes a piece of wrapping for the street hawker. So having established that the aspirations of India's youth have not been fulfilled, let us see if the political class is actually the reason for it. I don't see who else, because they are the ones who are making all the reforms. And there are two main reasons as to why the political classes fail. One, their age. They are not in a position to be empathetic enough to relate to people who are of a different age, who are India's youth. People who have one leg in the grave cannot take decisions on what the country can do. Second thing is the kind of the layers of bureaucracy which actually make them unapproachable to actually voice what their opinions are. I compare it to an artichoke, or to put it in better perspective, the mafia. So having established this, what needs to be done? Better economic reforms, better governance, or something else? I don't know, I'm not the expert. But please, Mr. Tiwari or Mr. Pilot, please answer this, because the nation really needs to know. Thank you.